Welcome to She Suits You for Success with your host, Theresa Cartisano, offering strategies on looking and feeling great to enhance your personal and professional images. Hi, I'm Theresa Cartisano, co-owner of Christopher Allen Custom Clothiers. This is my first ever podcast. I'm really excited about it. It's my first episode of my first ever podcast. And first thing I'd like to do is thank Rob Taormina for introducing me to this concept of podcasting. If it wasn't for him, I would not be here today. He is the founder of Talk IQ Media. Great guy. He's also a member of the Forbes New York Business Council. So what I'd like to do first is start out with some personal information about me. So you know a little bit more about me, aside from the fact that I have a custom clothing business. I live in Huntington, which is on Long Island, a suburb of New York City. I've been married to my husband, Chris, for 20 years. We met while working for another clothing company in New York City where we were living at the time. And then our son Jake was born and we moved to Long Island. And he's 18 years old now. I can't believe it. I have an 18-year-old son. He's a freshman in college. He's doing great, loving it. I also have a 16-year-old son, Giovanni. He's a sophomore in high school. He loves sports, both playing them and watching them. And we have the sweetest dog, Mello, who we rescued 7 years ago. She's a lab terrier mix. I think she's part pit bull, but I don't really like to say that because that makes people nervous. And she was named after Carmelo Anthony because when we got her, we were excited about the fact that he was joining the Knicks. And we're Knicks fans, but my husband and children are really big Yankee fans, so we wanted to name her Jeter. But Jake at the time said we can't do that because that's a boy's name. So somehow we came up with Mello, and well, Carmelo Anthony's a boy too, but somehow that was okay. He was 11, so we just went with it. About me, I love music. I'm a big classic rock fan. I also love Jack Johnson and Beck and Michael Kiwanuka. I listen to WFUV, which is 90.7 on the radio. It's a great station for old and new stuff. I like to work out. I can't say that I love the idea of going to the gym, but once I'm there, I'm really happy that I'm doing something good for myself. I love to read. Right now I'm reading The 7 or 8 Deaths of Stella Fortuna. Great book set in Italy. I love everything about Italy, so I'm excited about that. And I probably should spend more time reading, but there's just so many good TV shows on. And spend a lot of time doing that, some binge watching. We just finished watching the first 2 seasons of Succession. Great show. If you haven't checked it out, I recommend it. And what I like to do most is socialize with my family and friends, and I love to cook. And mostly, I like to cook for my family and friends so we can socialize together and listen to music in the background. So I'm kind of combining everything that I like to do. So a little bit about my business. My husband, Chris, and I started Christopher Allen Custom in 2005. We've both have been in the custom clothing business for over 20 years. As I said before, we worked for another custom clothing business, and we started our own business because we just wanted more freedom and more autonomy. We had 2 young sons at the time, and we wanted to be able to spend more time with them. And so we were kind of strapped to a schedule, and we didn't really want that. So we started our own business, and we have not looked back since then. We love what we do. Our business has grown every year. We're very passionate about it. It's great that we can do it together as well. And our mission is to save our clients time, give them great fitting clothing, and help them to feel awesome. Because when your clothing fits right and looks right, you feel great. And what's unique about what we do is we visit our clients in their offices and homes to provide them with their clothing so they don't have to have the hassle of going to the store. So we save them a lot of time and make it easy and convenient. We live in a very busy society today. Everybody's schedules are jam-packed. They're working a lot. They're spending their time running their kids back and forth to different activities. So we don't have a lot of spare time. So I save people time. Also, a lot of my clients don't really like to shop. That's more men, I would say, than women, right? I mean, ladies, what was it like the last time you went shopping with your husband? They want to go in, buy something, and get out. So my male clients really don't like to shop. So I take that off of their plate and just make it easy for them. So in addition to convenience, I also provide a great fit. I love helping my clients look great in their clothing, which in turn, like I said before, helps them feel like $1,000,000. I mean, because how do you feel when your clothing is too tight or too loose? It nags at you all day. You just don't feel right. You're not on your A game. So a lot of people, I find that they don't realize that they could get a better fit with their clothing than they've gotten in years past. We tend to be creatures of habit. We go to the same stores over and over again. You need clothing, you go to the same stores. So you don't really even question it. Once I meet somebody and they realize that they can get better fitting clothing, they're really excited about that. I have one client recently. He's a new client. Brought him his first couple of outfits, and he said, I can't wear my old clothes anymore. So I went to his house. We went through his closet, and a lot of the clothes we really did have to get rid of. But I said, we don't have to get rid of everything. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. We took some of his clothing. I brought it to my tailor. I had it altered for him. Best advice I can give you is get yourself a good tailor. My tailor, Dave, is wonderful. He's amazing. I see him 5 to 6 times a week. He takes care of all my clients' clothing. He takes care of my clothing. And he can really transform a lot of things that you have in your closet that you don't feel comfortable in. And, as I said, I worked with my customer going through his closet. I sell clothing, but I'm in the service business. That's what I do. So anything that could make your life easier, that's what I'm here for. I love my business. Everyone is really pleasant and happy to see me because I'm bringing them new clothes. Everybody I work with is very busy. They have a lot of stress at work. So I'm like a fun part of their day. I come in, I'm bringing new clothing. I've become very good friends with a lot of my clients. So we sit down and chat. It's like a fun part of their day. So that's my business. And on my podcast, I will be talking about fashion and image from many different angles. What does what you're wearing and how you look say about you? How does what you're wearing affect the way you feel? How is what you're wearing affecting your social and professional life? What does dressing well mean? What does dressing for success mean? I will share how to put outfits together, get the most out of your wardrobe by coordinating things, how to take care of your clothing because it is an investment, how to use accessories. And I will be talking about image from different perspectives, not just from the fashion perspective. And I'm really excited about some guests that I'm going to have on that will be sharing their expertise in other areas. I'm looking at this as a work in progress. I'm looking forward to all of your comments and suggestions because I'm thinking of this as a conversation. I want to uncover what people really want to know about fashion and image. It's going to be informational, but it's going to be fun. I'm lucky I have a fun subject. I went to college for computer science. I was a computer programmer for many years. It was not fun. I'm sure it's fun for some people out there, but it wasn't fun for me. Now I get to do something I love, and I get to do it with the person I love. So it's really great. Thank you for listening to She Suits You for Success. If you'd like to let me know about topics you would like me to cover on future episodes, please find me on either LinkedIn or Facebook and let me know what you're thinking. Thanks again for listening, and I look forward to seeing you next time.